Welcome to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. After a 9.5-hour drive up from Bryson City, North Carolina, we finally made it. We got this beautiful campsite, and they gave me the deluxe campsite, which I didn't realize. So you get this nice little deck, some Adirondack chairs, a barbecue, get a fire pit. So it's a loaded campsite, but it's a loaded price too. But anyways, it's okay. But yeah, I got the tent set up, and tomorrow we're going to go into Gettysburg and check out the whole historical site. Should be a lot of fun. And unfortunately, the forecast isn't so great. It's supposed to rain heavily all day tomorrow. In fact, it's supposed to start at midnight tonight. So I had to put my fly on the tent so I don't get wet, and everything's all ready to go. So where I'm staying is the KOA Gettysburg campground, and it's only 5 miles to the historical site, so it's really close, very convenient, and it's a beautiful place. The mosquitoes are out tonight too because of the dampness, but they have all these log cabins here, and this is a holiday campground. A holiday meaning it's got all the amenities, the pool. I don't know if they have a hot tub, but you know, everything. They got a washer, dryer. Right now I'm just gonna get ready to go up and take a shower, and I just want to tell you a quick story about this tent. Now this tent is, believe it or not, is 45 years old. When I got out of college, I went to work for the Park Service, and I met this woman. She was a ranger. Her name was Laurie, and she came up to me one day and she said, "Hey, this company, it just started out. The name is REI." She said, and they have a contest going on, and if you send a letter into them and you're the 1,000th customer, you get $1,000. So I was all excited because I didn't have a whole lot of money, and you know, I thought, well, this is a great opportunity for me. So I wrote a letter and I put a stamp on the envelope, sent it off to Seattle, Washington, and I waited a couple months and didn't hear anything. And one day Laurie came by and she said, hey, I got some news. And I said, "Oh, did I win?" And she goes, "No, you didn't win." And I said, "You win?" She goes, "No, I didn't win either, but a friend of mine did." And she got the $1,000. And so that was, you know, it was pretty cool. But this company, REI, has been around a long time. And I didn't win the money, but I still bought the tent. And this is a K2 expedition tent. Supposedly, when I read the advertisement on this, it had been up Mount Everest. And you know, back then they didn't have dome tents. The technology wasn't as great, but it said it would survive all kinds of winds, and so I've had it all these years, and it's served me well. And the reason why I continue to use it is because it's so quick to set up, keeps me dry, it does everything I need. So yeah, that's my REI story. So I'm just gonna get something to eat. It's raining out, and I'm in Gettysburg. It's just another town. I just found this nice little dining. It's called the Lincoln Diner. Let's check it out. So here at Lincoln's Diner, I am having a feast. A Delmonico steak with eggs, wheat toast, and potatoes. Well, that was a good find. My seatmate Eugene, really nice guy, local, and he just gave me all kinds of information. And he said that's the best place in town. It's the least expensive, and the food is delicious. Well, here we are. We made it, Gettysburg. Got a little rainy day, but that's okay. Let's go check it out. So with the $20 ticket, you get to go through the museum, which I'm in now, and there's a cyclorama which shows the battle, and then there's also a film narrated by Morgan Freeman, which gives the whole history of the Civil War.
Colb's Hill and Cemetery Hill. On the west side of Cemetery Hill.
The enemy is there, and I am going to attack him there. And Pickett's charge was the final straw that changed the course of the battle in favor of the Union Army. And here are some of the faces of battle with over 51,000 casualties here at Gettysburg.
In charge of the battlefield after the Union Army had started in pursuit of Lee, had begun their paralyzing task by sorting the dead from the dying, and the dying from those whose lives might be saved.
On the third day after the battle, I got down to my house. There was not a board or rail of fencing left on the place. Not a chicken, pig, cow, or dog to be found. I found Colonel Babel in charge of the house. Later, they took the last of the wounded away and permitted us to live in it, but it made us all sick. Toward spring, I moved away and gave it to an old Dutchman who did not seem to mind the smells and filth.
And once I came out of the theater, I noticed there's 1 million kids here, so it must be school bus day. Vacation day or field trip day or something, because there's a lot of kids here. So
We're going, people!
all right, so I don't know where everyone's going, but I'm getting away from them. And here's some of the fields where the battles were fought. It's pretty flat. This is the lowland. And the Union had the high ground, which is very important and instrumental to winning the Civil War. And right here is where Pickering Charge happened, and this is where the turning point of the Gettysburg battle happened. And right in these fields, right out here, is where the Union Army pushed back the Confederates. And here, like 7,000, it was 7,000 deaths, 51,000 casualties. And it was a turning point of the war. And this is when General Lee turned back his troops and started heading south after this battle. It was a total defeat against the South. It was a 3-day battle before General Lee realized that they were taking too many casualties and they had to start to retreat. And right here is Devil's Den, and the Union Army sat on top of that hill, and the Confederates are down below, and they just picked them off one by one, and it was a bloodbath. I mean, the Union Army had all the high ground, and that was critical to win this battle. And this is General Warren looking out at Devil's Den, looking at the Confederate advancement. And another thing, they talk about the rivers run red, and that was all the blood from the soldiers in these little bodies of water. And they said it was all red. And another school bus just arrived. Look at them all. And when these cannons shot off, the cannonball was actually full of buckshot, and it had a fuse, and so when it hit the ground and exploded, all that shrapnel would go into the soldiers and kill them. And looking down at Devil's Den, they used to call it the Valley of Death. You know, 51,000 casualties, that's enough to fill a football stadium. Well, as you can see behind me, there's a beautiful statue of another soldier here in Gettysburg. There's hundreds of statues here. And this historical park really is very important in the history of America because two things were accomplished. Number one is freedom for all, and number two, all men were created equal. And that's what Abraham Lincoln wanted. He wanted a free country, and here at Gettysburg, this war accomplished that. It gave freedom to all people. It's very important in the history of America, and I'm glad I came here. And all this whole trip, all through the South, you know, I saw slavery and how it, you know, how people were bought and sold. And it's very important that we have freedom. And so it's America. And I hope you enjoyed this video. As promised, it's raining. It's supposed to rain for the next couple days. So it's not a lot of fun in the rain, but we did the best we could. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Saltyhead here in Gettysburg. And hopefully I'll see you on my next adventure. And thanks for watching. Well, my trip's coming to an end. And it's really a happy end because there's my tent. You see how wet it is? And the rain is going to continue for the next several days. Well, guess what? So I asked the lady in the office if I could get my money back because it's raining and it's going to rain for the next few days. And she said, no, but I'll tell you what I'll do. For the same price, I'll give you a cabin. So look what I got. I got a beautiful little log cabin. And it's got a swing set so I can sit here and listen to the rain and stay dry. And then inside, I've got a nice little queen size bed. I've got a bunk bed in case I have some guests. And anybody want to come up and join me? And then over here, I got a little table and chair so I can do my film editing. And even a television. So I guess there is a God, huh? Look at that. Even has air conditioning. But so anyways, hope you enjoyed, and thanks again for watching. And there's before, and there's after. Love it.